The teams are set. The fans are excited. Let's get this game underway. Goal places the ball on the tee, and we'll get ready to kick this one off. Booming kick. Excellent return on the kickoff.
Royal on the return. The Broncos will start the drive at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Bears come out in a 4-3. The halfback with the carry. Still moving.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that they are willing to run.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go.
On the 32-yard line.
Ace!
The Chicago Bears line up in a 4-3. Here's a counter play.
Usually if you run the football this well early in the game, it bodes well for what may happen later, because as defenses tire, sometimes you break those big runs.
3rd and 3 coming up.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Bears go with a 4-man front. They go with a run. Still moving. They need to come up with a better game plan to stop this guy.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. If they do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
The Chicago Bears come out in a 4-3. Gets it off.
He got depleted. Nice job for very controlled defense there. Really no place to run.
Second and 8 coming up here.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
The Bears go with a 4-man front. Back to pass. Defender gets his hand on it.
Well, he really made about half a play on that one. That one should have been intercepted.
Third and 8. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Chicago has all their DBs in for this 5-wide set. Tipped away. Pretty good job in coverage by the safety that time.
Yeah, this safety really has the ability to run sideline to sideline. I see him make a lot of plays on tape.
Hester awaiting the return. Calls for the fair catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
The Broncos bring in the nickel package. He's still going. The defense just couldn't wrap him up.
Boy, defensively, you can't ask for anything better than that. 2 clean shots. They missed them both and gave up the first down.
First down now and 10 to go.
On the 34-yard line.
The Chicago Bears come out in bunch formation. Pass is complete. Gain of 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
From their own 41-yard
Ball
line.
on the 41-yard line.
Big we go down, baby.
On the ground with a tailback. Won't be settled. Huge hit.
strong, stretch strong.
The halfback with the carry.
Well, any successful running attack requires good blocking up front, and we just saw it there.
Second and 3.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
It's completed. Bailey drags him to the ground at the 30-yard line. The Bears are having success on first and second downs on this drive and haven't faced a third down situation yet. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Hey! The Broncos bring in their dime package. He looks to throw on first down. Past the line, slides down, and he tucked that one away for about 5 yards.
On the play.
They're within striking distance.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Watch the screen.
The Denver Broncos line up with a nickelback. Back to pass. It's completed. Loose football. The Bears recovered it. You know, the defense is upset at that missed opportunity. First and goal at the 8.
On the 8-yard line.
Let's see if their play calling changes now that they're in the red zone for the first time. They give it to the tailback. Forte gains about 5 yards on the run.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second and goal now at the 3.
3-yard line.
So the quarterback runs with it and ends up nowhere. Third and goal at the 5-yard line. They line up in an I. Here's the halfback. Good job by the defense to stop him well short of the mark.
On the play.
Gould can give his team the lead with this field goal. He's got it.
Attempt is good.
Chicago looks ready to kick it away.
Royal back to return.
Great kick here. From the 3.
Kickoff return 18 yards.
Denver trying to push this one all the way down the field for the lead. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
The Bears go with a 4-man front. Under heavy pressure, the rush reaches in, and he goes down. We play a quarter. The score is 3-0 Bears.
The score is the Bears 3, the Broncos 0. The teams are ready for the second quarter.
Second and 15.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
The Chicago Bears line up with a nickelback. All kinds of pressure. Steps up in the pocket. And that was a great job to get to him for the sack.
Man, I'm really impressed by that guy out there. You know, You try to single block him, you can't. You try and double team him, you still can't block him. There are some guys in the league that are just too good.
They come out in a nickel. Drops back to pass. Interception. What a big-time play. I can't believe he hung on to it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
After the defense gets the takeaway, they're now set to go at the 37-yard line. The Broncos bring in the nickel package. You're going to have to figure out a way to block him or he's going to keep getting back there.
I couldn't agree more. This is one of those guys that's sneaky fast. Even when I watch him on tape, he looks fast and he looks talented, but then you see him in person, and all of a sudden he's turning that corner so much faster. I think the same thing's happened to this offensive line. They weren't ready for this.
Forte takes off in motion. He drops back. It's incomplete. The quarterback really felt the pressure on that last play.
Yeah, it just didn't give him time to go through his reads. Clearly the first guy was not open, but he tried to throw it anyway and almost got picked off.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Denver Broncos bring in their dime package. Back to throw. And the pass falls incomplete. Bennett was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt.
Well, that's just such a big part of the game. You know these receivers are going to be in position to make a catch. You can either try and knock it down or knock them out.
Maynard is set back, ready to punt. He'll probably try to pooch this one into the corner. Signals for the fair catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
The Bears go with a four-man front. Defense closing in. Makes the catch. There was some heat on that pass.
Sometimes the quarterback can make a wide receiver look good, and sometimes the receiver makes the quarterback look good. That time that receiver made a brilliant catch.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Out of the I formation. Drops back on first down. And he caught it. Basher drags him to the ground. That's 2 first downs in a row through the air.
And you can see they're really starting to establish something here. You want to keep that defense off balance. And right now, they don't know whether to think run or pass.
First down now and
49-yard line.
The Chicago Bears come out in a 4-3.
The defense held their position and didn't let him get away on that.
Gain on the play.
Ball on the 50.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
The defense comes out in the dime package. Number 27 only picks up about a yard there on the counter. On third down, they have to reach the 41 to convert. The Bears line up with a nickelback. And it's picked.
Well, that's the worst of both worlds for a quarterback. You're under pressure, and yet they're not really blitzing. They're sitting back in a zone defense. So as you're trying to escape and throw one out of there, there really is nowhere to go.
After the interception, they'll set up shop at the 48-yard line. Forte is the deep back as they line up in the I. Drops back on first down. And it's caught. Knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the first down. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Here's the halfback.
So important as a coach to establish that running game and use it as a weapon that keeps that defense off guard.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Here's a counter threat. Good blocking up front, and a nice gain on the counter.
Yeah, not often do you see those inside linebackers fooled like that. They took that misstep, came back around with the counter, just simply out of position. Those big offensive linemen able to get on them, pick up a big gain.
The Broncos line up with a quarter defense. There are 7 defensive backs on the field. Couldn't get anything out of that.
Gain on the play.
They're threatening inside the 20.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
They're inside the 20, so a good chance to extend their small lead. Drops back to pass. The pass rush gets there, and he's down.
You gotta be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
The Denver Broncos bring in their dime package. Defender tips it away. That incompletion will bring up 4th down.
The intended receiver on the play.
This kick will be from about 41 yards out. And it splits the uprights. Gold has his team lined up for the kickoff. Gets a good kick here. Fields it at the 3. Still on his feet. He breaks the tackle. The defense dealt a crippling blow to this offense the last time they had the ball. First down and 10 to go.
At the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Bears line up with a nickelback. He looks to throw on 1st down. Pass completed. That's a good 9-yard gain.
You know, there's really no doubting this quarterback's physical skills. Sometimes he struggles with his mechanics or accuracy, but I don't think that there's really any issue. This guy has the ability to be an elite quarterback.
3rd down coming up after that incomplete pass.
Third and 2. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Single set backfield. The halfback. That was an excellent job to pick up the 1st down.
5 yards on the 1st down. I really like what this offense is starting to do now.
They'll quickly line up for another play. Drops back on 1st down. Hillman is the pick. Defense looks like they're running a pit drill out there.
And I think you said that well, because this has been a team defense. They've been getting pressure, good coverage in the secondary, and this quarterback is struggling.
So the offense gets ready to go following the interception. Cutler back in the shotgun for this one. He looks to throw on 1st down. Moves forward. Puts it up there. Looking deep to the right.
And what do you do when you're trying to cover a guy with that kind of speed? You have to back off of him. You have to respect his speed, and then he can do just about anything to you.
First and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line.
little misdirection. Chicago calls a timeout. And they'll have one timeout left. Second and 4 now.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Nickel, nickel.
Single set backfield. A little toss to the right. Dawkins will tackle him for a loss.
Ball carrier.
The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want. But ultimately, this game comes down to one big man against another big man. And that time, the defense's big men, they won the battle.
On the ground with a tailback. He lost yardage on the play. Looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. And it splits the uprights.
Is good.
And after that kick, he has now contributed 9 points to their total. They'll try a squib kick. Takes it at the 12. Quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
High formation here. Orton sends one of his guys in motion. First down, looking to throw. Has a man deep. Here's the throw. Bullocks has the pick. Nice pick for the safety.
You could see the quarterback that time trying to look the safety off, but this safety is simply too smart. He was having none of it and jumped in front to make the interception.
So they're ready to go on offense after the interception. They'll start at the 36-yard line. Ace backfield this time. Little handoff. Chicago calls a timeout. And that was their third and final timeout. First and 10.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
They line up in the I formation. Drops back on first down. It's completed. Bennett caught that one for a gain of 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
And this should be the last play of the half.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
And as we head to halftime, the Chicago Bears 9, the Broncos nothing.
9, the Broncos nothing. We're ready to begin the third quarter of play.
As both teams take the field, we're just about ready for the second half.
Back deep to return.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. Looking to go up 2 touchdowns on this drive.
Heston on the return. The Bears will start the drive at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
One-man backfield. The halfback will carry. He didn't get back to the line.
He likes to run in behind his blockers and then make that quick cut off their hip for a big game, but it just didn't work out that time.
That'll bring us to a second and long situation. They line up in an I. They give it to the tailback.
I don't know, Tom. Didn't look like he hit the hole with very much conviction on that play.
Now they'll face a third and long.
27-yard line.
Big play, baby. Come on.
Cutler will line up with the shotgun formation. Pass completed. Still pushing. And they do complete the pass. So they leave up just a bit short of the front.
And that's tough. It looked like he was going to make the first down all the way there, but a good open field tackle. Now it's decision time. Do you go for it here on fourth down?
3 and out.
3 and out, and the defense wins. That's the bottom line. That's an embarrassing spot for an offense to be in. And so many times we see the momentum shift coming out of those 3 and out situations.
The First and 10 will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
The defense is in the nickel. Orton sends one of his guys in motion. Hands it off.
I can tell you there's nothing more fun than playing offensive football when your offensive line is getting that kind of push.
Second down and 2 to go.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
The Chicago Bears go with a 4-man front. Back to throw. Deflected and broken up. Graham wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play.
Third and 2. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Watch the wind.
The Bears line up in a 4-3 on the ground with a tailback. Number 27 comes away with 2 yards on the carry.
First and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
The Chicago Bears go with a 4-man front. Here's a counter play. They can't bring him down. Stiff arms the defender. The 40 at the 50. The 40. The 30.
Watch the screen.
First down, looking to throw. He's under pressure. And they drop him for the sack.
5-yard loss on the play.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
The Bears bring in their quarter defensive package. He drops back to pass. Tips it away.
Yeah, sometimes those tip balls end up being tipped up in the air, and that's what defenses really feed on, those tip drills.
Third and long. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Fakes the throw. Erlacher has the pick. Defense looks like they're running a pig drill out there.
Well, it's the toughest thing in the world. You see your quarterback dejected like that, and your tendency is to want to yell at him. But at this point, you have to start trying to build him up a little bit. Clearly, he's lost some confidence.
After the defense gets the takeaway, they're now set to go at the 30-yard line. The Broncos line up with a nickelback. On the ground with a tailback. A yard, if any, there for the halfback.
1 yard gain on the play.
Second and 9.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
The Denver Broncos bring in their dime package. Back to throw. What a catch! That set up really nicely for the offense.
Quarterback blitzes are dangerous for both the offense and the defense. Obviously, when you're sending one of the defenders out of your secondary, you could give up a big play. But offensively, sometimes these quarterbacks don't see it coming, and they get hit hard.
They'll go from the I formation. It's completed. So that's a gain of about 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
From their own 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Broncos line up with a nickelback. Drops back to pass. Short pass. Short throw. He lost yardage on the play.
Makes the reception. Loss of 2 on the play.
They line up at the 44.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Cutler back in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. And it's tipped away. The safety is right there for the deflection.
And they call them safeties for a reason. They're back there as the last line of defense, and that time he was true to the call.
He'll come in to kick it away again. This will be his third attempt. Calls for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 14-yard line.
They'll
First
start the
down
10 to go.
at the 14-yard line. First and 10.
Nickel, nickel.
One man backfield. They give it to the tailback. And he just got hammered. A pickup of a yard for the
1
halfback.
yard gain on the play.
Second down, 10 yards to
Ball
go.
on the 15-yard line.
One back, baby, one back.
The Chicago Bears line up at a 4-3. Here's the give.
You have to keep the defense honest by making those runs and passes.
Third and
and
17.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Aces left, aces left.
They'll bring in their dime package. Back to pass. Pass is complete. And then will end up just a bit short of the
Boy, you could see him out there fighting for every inch. He knew where that first down marker was. He just couldn't get there, and it brings up fourth down.
So the offense will probably head off the field after failing to convert for a first down on that series.
Well, you're going to have to gather the troops over on the sideline because whether it was poor play calling or poor execution, they never got anything going that time.
And that's the end of the third quarter. The Chicago Bears 9, the Broncos nothing. The Chicago Bears have the ball and a 2-possession advantage as we get set for the final quarter. First and 10.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
One man backfield. The halfback with the carry. The offensive line's been doing a pretty good job opening up some holes.
On the play.
Second down and 2 to go.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Posse in the game.
Single set backfield. He drops back. He decides to run. Slides down to the ground. Here's a counter play. Forte picks up about 4 yards on the play. Second and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Ace backfield this time. Drops back to pass. Dumerville tackles him at the 27. And a great pass for the quarterback to convert for the first. In field goal range now.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
High formation here. Cutler sends one of his guys in motion. Drops back on first down. And he just throws this one out of bounds. Second down coming up after the incomplete pass. They find themselves in scoring range.
27-yard line.
Forte lines up as the single back. There for the reception. That's a 2-yard gain.
Well, the defense forced him to make the quick read and throw on that one. The catch was made, but there wasn't much yardage to go along with it. It's up to the receiver to make something happen on a play like that.
25-yard line.
DB, let's go. That's what we need. Turnovers. Let's go. Keep the pressure on. Come on, baby. Keep the pressure on.
They give it to him. What a hit. A lot of coaches would have tried to get the first hit.
Yeah, but you do gamble if you put the ball in the air in that situation. I think right now the coach is saying I have more faith in my defense to make some stops than my offense to convert that play.
This will be a 38-yard attempt. And it's good. The Bears in control. Gold looks to send this one deep. He kicks it off. From the 5. They'll take over at the 26.
On the return.
First and 10.
Will start the drive at the 26-yard line. First and 10.
The Chicago Bears line up in a 4-3. Drops back on first down. Throws it deep. Pass completed. Nice catch that time. It's covered.
First down on the play.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
What's green, baby?
The Bears go with a 4-man front. With the catch. And that's a gain of about 8.
Gain of 8 on the play.
They're within striking distance.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
I win.
The Chicago Bears line up in a 4-3. We have 2 minutes left to play in this game.
On the 23-yard line.
The Bears go with a 4-man front. And he catches it. It looks like they're going to go no huddle. He drops back. He'll try the end zone. Drops the easy pick. That pass was very nearly intercepted.
And that would have been a huge defensive play, a chance to get this defense off the field, stop the drive, but he just couldn't hold on to it.
Second and goal at the 8. They line up in the red zone for the first time today. Number 53 has the pick. Not a good time for an interception. After the interception, they'll set up shop at the 15-yard line. Forte does the deep back as they line up in the I. Hands it off. The Broncos will take a timeout, and that was their first timeout. Ball on their own 17.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
They line up in an I. On the ground with a tailback. He's dropped for a loss. Didn't get very far.
The defense was just all over that. I have to think offensively they were concerned that maybe they were going to get blitz in that situation, try and pop one in there. Third and goal line, and it failed. It was bad in that spot.
Watch the draw the screen. Now the crosshair middle.
They hand it off.
Well, the offense really unable to do their job here. They were able to keep control of the football. Now they're going to have to punt it away and give the other team one final shot.
Fourth down coming up as the offense goes 3 and out.
And let's give the defense credit there. I thought they did a great job disguising the look. The quarterbacks, the receivers, they just looked confused. They didn't have it figured out pre-snap going into those plays.
And it will go out of bounds. First and 10. 50.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
The Bears line up in a 4-3. Drops back on first down. It's completed. They hurry back to the line. And he spiked it. They find themselves in scoring range.
24-yard line.
Screen!
Defense lines up with 8 men in the box. Drops back under heavy pressure. And they get to it. Orton will be sacked. That will be number 4 for the game. And we won't see a huddle on this play. They'll go right back to the line. Drops back to pass. All kinds of pressure. They go to their hurry-up option. Denver calls a timeout. And that was their last timeout. Fourth and a bunch coming up here.
Save it. Now the crosshair middle. Solid 29.
And it's tipped away.
I don't care what the coach's age is. That'll make your heart skip a beat. You never want to give up a possession like that.
And they will kneel down to try to run out the clock. So this is all we've got. Our final score is the Chicago Bears 12, the Denver Broncos nothing. So for Chris Collinsworth, this is Tom Hammond saying goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.